Jesus Christ. Where do I even start? I guess the first place to start is to give props. This is one of the biggest bombs, calculated strikes, whatever you want to call it, in the video game industry I've ever seen. And I've really been dragging my feet with entertaining the idea of getting a new Xbox console because there just wasn't a lot on it for me. The reason that, Nintendo and Sony are always able to get, my money is because of the exclusive games that they have on their respective systems. So when this news first broke, a lot of people didn't know exactly what this meant for exclusivity on Bethesda's part, because the language of the press release was, so vague initially. But it has come out since then that Bethesda games will be released on a case-by-case basis, for other consoles. And I am now eating my words because when I was covering the PlayStation Showcase, I mentioned I would love a good reason to buy an Xbox console, but there isn't really one for me, Halo's coming to PC and there's nothing else really exclusive-wise that I'm looking forward to. They did mention Fable, but we haven't seen anything for that game. And now I'm literally eating my own words because of this news. But whether it's a good thing or a bad thing remains to be seen. It's obviously way too early to tell at this point. This isn't a, for comparison's sake, an EA buying BioWare situation. The internet collectively cried out in anguish when that purchase happened. When the news broke, because we all knew it was going to be bad times for everybody. So at this point, I'm cautiously optimistic for the future for Bethesda Studios. They have had a bit of a rough time for their last few games. Fallout 76 is now infamous for the clusterfuck that it is. And, even Fallout 4 had some problems before that. There were a lot of fans very upset with that game. And I feel like now going forward, I think Bethesda are honestly on their last leg. I think they got kind of one more shot to turn the ship around. And if they don't, Microsoft's going to step in and do the job for them. So, I'm hoping that this is good news because, and another example, Wolfenstein, the last game wasn't, super well received either. So, I am very much looking forward to seeing, what this all means. I'm very much trying to be optimistic about this play on Microsoft's part. And I think obviously at the bare minimum here, and I think what's probably going to happen going forward is we're going to get timed exclusives. I've seen a lot of, language and comments being thrown around that, Xbox doesn't want to inflame the console wars and, they don't believe in exclusivity. Some of the, the upper leadership of Microsoft has said that. Man, I'm a bit of a skeptic. I don't really buy that completely because, the console war, whatever. There is a war going on between those two companies. They are, battling each other in the corporate world on a regular basis. Obviously, that's what big business is all about. So, I can't see them not doing at minimum time exclusives. And they even just said, it's on a case by case basis, which Bethesda games are going to be coming to the Xbox console. So exclusive games are going to happen. They're going to happen. I just think they're probably going to be timed exclusives. Right on them because, Sony's been doing that shit for a long time. Final Fantasy 16, perfect example. It's a timed exclusive, So, and there's going to be a lot of people that, don't have good PCs and consoles and all that. They kind of, go one or the other. And, this is going to sway some buyers. Abso-fucking-lutely. So, me personally, I don't have a stake in the console war. I'll buy Nintendo console, Sony console, Xbox console, whatever, as long as it's got good games on it, But this is definitely a big fucking win for Microsoft. And some people are having, extreme reactions to this, worried, this is going to start off a chain reaction where, the big three publishers are going to start buying, all the, smaller publishers, and it'll just be Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo. And that would suck. That wouldn't be good for anybody if we had a three-way monopoly. But, that chain of events hasn't started yet. This is just one thing. This is obviously Microsoft just dropping a fucking bomb on PS5 pre-orders. And it's a great time for them to do it. You know, it's the day before their pre-orders go live. You know, people can obviously still cancel their PS5 pre-orders and switch to Xbox if they want. I don't know how many people would actually do that, but you never know. And my biggest stake in this, personally speaking, is, you know, any of you that have watched my videos on a regular basis, you know I'm an RPG guy. Obviously, through and through, that is my number one genre. You know, but I do like other types of games as well. So, I mean, obviously, Starfield and the Elder Scrolls are the big ones for me. And, you know, I've always been a console guy first, PC gamer second. You know, I always do have a high-end PC, you know, for those odd games I do want to play on it. So, you know, if it's timed exclusives for, you know, the Elder Scrolls and Starfield, or heaven forbid, just exclusives forever for those games, which I'm almost suspecting, you know, the Elder Scrolls, I wouldn't be fucking shocked if they just kept it exclusive to Xbox and PC. I wouldn't be. Just to have at least, you know, a couple of titles, like, you gotta get one of our consoles to play it or have a good PC. You know, they're going to do that with a couple of games, and I feel like the Elder Scrolls could be one of them, 100%. So that's what I am. Those are the games I'm concerned about, and I would be swayed to get an Xbox if they were console exclusive. Absolutely. 100%, because that's why I got a 360, because of all the, you know, essentially the exclusive games they had on that console. You know, for example, Mass Effect coming to Xbox first, right? You know, they got me. You know, they got me before that, but, you know, this would be a great incentive to get one of those systems. It's just so goddamn hard to say at this point. You know, I don't know what to think completely. You know, I'm kind of on both sides of the fence right now. It could straight up be a fantastic thing that's happened, or it could be fucking terrible. You know, because a lot of people are bringing up, you know, Xbox's handling of Rare when they purchased them, you know, back in the day. But I feel like, you know, Xbox could be a different company now. I don't fucking know. So it's just too early to tell. But anyway, let me know in the comments, you know, which of Bethesda's franchises are your favorite? Which have Microsoft scooped up? You know, would any of them being console exclusive sway you to get the console too? Let me know in the comments below, guys, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for joining me for another game break.